You stay quiet when someone takes credit for your work. You laugh it off when friends make fun of your goals. You step back so others can take up all the space, and each time you do, you give up a little more of your self-respect just to keep things calm. But how long can you keep the peace if it comes at your own expense? And the truth is, the world does not protect the quiet, it uses them. The people we remember in history were not praised while they were alive. They were feared, hated, or ignored. Socrates was killed for questioning the status quo. Galileo was forced into silence for speaking the truth. But we still talk about them because they stood their ground. The other option? Staying quiet, being forgotten, letting your talents die under what others think you should be. Think about a wolf pack. The alpha eats first. The lowest one waits and takes whatever is left. Nature does not feel sorry for the weak, it gets rid of them. People work the same way. The second you show doubt, others notice. Bullies, users, and power-hungry types succeed because they can spot weakness right away before you even open your mouth. Watch how animals act. A limping gazelle is the one the lion chases. At work, the unsure employee gets blamed when things go wrong. In a group, the one trying too hard to fit in is usually the one people laugh about later. Insecurity does not hide you, it marks you. It tells others you are easy to use. Think about the last time you stayed quiet. Were you scared of being judged? Of causing tension? That fear is not natural, you were taught it. We are raised to follow the rules because people who follow are easier to manage. Schools want order, companies want workers who do not question, friends want you to blend in. But fitting in kills what makes you stand out. You cannot be great if you are always trying to stay the same. Think about the kid who pushes back against unfair rules. Teachers call them troublemakers, but they are often the ones who grow up to lead, build, or change things. The quiet, obedient ones, they usually end up in roles anyone could fill. It comes down to one choice. Do you resist or give in? Each time you stay quiet, you get better at disappearing. People will always have something to say. The moment you try to rise, someone will try to pull you back down. But the hate is not really about you. It is about what you show them. Your drive reminds them they are standing still. Your boldness reminds them they are afraid. What sounds like criticism is just their own regret speaking. Think of the athlete who skips the party to train. Others call them too intense. Or the person who works late to build something of their own. They get called selfish. But those labels are not real judgments. They are cover-ups. They are excuses from people scared of being outpaced. People mock what they do not have the strength to become. Real power is not handed over, it is claimed. A lion does not ask to lead, it leads because it acts like one. The same goes for you. You do not need permission to stand tall, you just need to stop apologizing for doing it. The first time you say no and mean it, you will feel the shift. The world bends to people who do not bend to it. Picture a courtroom. One witness is nervous and unsure. The other speaks with calm and control. Same facts, but only one is believed. That is how your life works too. Every conversation is your chance to either stand up for your worth or give it away. You have two options. Take control or be controlled. There is no safe middle. The world favors the bold because they are the ones who shape what happens next. Your voice, your stand, your presence. These are your tools. Use them or someone else will use theirs to push you aside. This is not about being cruel. It is about staying alive and staying free. Predators do not hunt out of hate. They hunt because they can. If your kindness is not backed by strength, it gets used against you. A saint with no defense gets crushed. A fighter with purpose makes history. Time is running out. Every second you spend second-guessing yourself is a second someone else grabs what could have been yours. Power starts with one truth. You are not helpless. You are capable. You are ready. The world may reject you at first, but keep going and one day it will have to respect you. Dominance starts in your head, not in what you do. The second you believe you deserve respect, everything about you changes. How you stand, how you speak, how people respond. You cannot fake real confidence. You build it slowly, every time you push back against doubt. Your mind adjusts to whatever you keep giving it. If you give it fear, it learns to give up. If you give it strength, it learns to lead. Look at someone who knows how to negotiate. They do not plead or sweet talk. They set the rules. Their strength is knowing they can walk away. Most people avoid conflict because they care more about keeping the peace than keeping their dignity. But peace that comes from staying quiet is not peace, it is control. Respect does not come from saying yes to everything. It comes from knowing when to say no. Your body speaks before you do. Drooped shoulders and darting eyes tell people you are unsure. Steady eye contact and calm, controlled movement show you are in charge. Animals read each other in moments, so do we. How you carry yourself is its own language, and everyone understands it whether they realize it or not. If you learn to control that message, you shape how others treat you before you even open your mouth. Your voice matters too, not just the sound, but how you use it. If you mumble or trail off, people tune out. Speak clearly, say what you mean, and leave out the filler. You do not need to be loud, you need to be sharp. A shaky voice gets cut off. A sure voice holds the floor. Say less, but make it count. Your words should hit like a solid strike, not drift away like smoke. Power is not locked in place, it shifts. The office leader is not born that way, they become it by showing up with purpose every time. When you keep stepping back, you help keep them in charge. But when you push back, even once, the balance starts to change. Authority has nothing to do with job titles. It is about who owns the energy in the room. And the second you stop asking for space, you take it. Fear of what might happen usually feels worse than what actually happens. Most people dodge conflict because they picture the worst, getting shut out, punished, or failing. But staying quiet often leads to more pain than speaking up. The more you let slide, the more others will push. But when you push back, most back off. We are taught to be likable, to be agreeable, even when we disagree. But trying to be liked traps you. It keeps you tied to what others want you to be. The people who make a real impact are not always liked, but they are remembered. Being charming wears off. Being respected lasts. So stop faking smiles when you feel anger. Stop nodding when you want to speak. People who wait for approval stay stuck. People who lead do not ask for permission. The key difference is control. If you always react, you let the world steer your life. If you act, you decide where it goes. Power is not given out, it goes to those who grab it. Life does not just happen around you, it responds to how you move through it. Every moment with someone is a quiet contest. The first to flinch gives ground. This is not about being mean, it is about holding your ground. Bullies and users look for easy targets. Prove you are not one, and they move on. The strongest only go after what looks weak. Be firm, and you are not worth the trouble. Silence can cut deeper than words if you use it right. Lock eyes and say nothing after someone challenges you. That silence speaks louder than yelling. A pause before you answer throws them off balance. Most people rush to fill the quiet with weak words, excuses, over-explaining, or giving ground. Let them. Your calm is your advantage. Fairness is a story we tell to keep people passive. Nature does not deal in fairness, it deals in outcomes. The lion does not feel sorry for the gazelle, it eats and moves on. You can talk about what is fair, or you can take control. The rules belong to those who stop waiting for permission. If fear is holding you back, do something, anything. Fear grows when you hesitate. It fades when you move. The best performers do not freeze up, they act. The builder does not wait for perfect timing, they build. Deep down, you already know what you need to do. You just have to stop ignoring it. You were taught to blend in. It is time to learn how to stand out. Let people look, let them talk. Let their judgment reveal what they are too scared to chase. If you make them uneasy, it means you are doing something right. Being disliked is often just the cost of being real. This is not about crushing others, it is about not letting the world crush you. Being dominant is not about hurting, it is about refusing to bow. The wolf does not hide its teeth. The storm does not mute itself. You were not made just to get by, you were made to lead. Every challenge is a tool. The pushback you get, critics, setbacks, even hate, is not blocking your path, it is shaping you. Coal turns to diamond under pressure. People turn to steel through resistance. The ones who crumble and the ones who rise face the same heat. The only difference is how they see it. One feels trapped, the other sharpens their edge. The strongest people in history did not just survive conflict, they turned it into fuel. Martin Luther King Jr. turned violence into a message the world could not ignore. Steve Jobs took getting fired and came back stronger. Their enemies gave them clarity, focus, and fire. The same people trying to bring you down may be the ones pushing you up without even knowing it. Pain will happen. That part is not up to you. But how long you suffer, that is your choice. Rejection hurts, but only if you hold on to it. Athletes feel pain and call it progress. Fighters look at their wounds and see proof they are still standing. Once you stop calling discomfort the enemy, it loses its grip. The more you accept it, the more it becomes power. The mind filters what you see. If you fixate on insults, the world feels cruel. If you look for chances, it starts to open up. The entrepreneur who gets turned down for funding does not give up. They shift direction. The artist who gets rejected does not stop. They create something new. What you focus on shapes what you experience. Either you guide your attention, or it guides you. Where you place your focus is where your energy goes. If you spend time thinking about critics, you give them power. If you put that same energy into building, they stop mattering. The noisiest people are often the least important. The real players are not wasting time heckling, they are out winning. Time alone builds skill. While others scroll or gossip, you are working. If you want to be great, you will spend time on your own. That is the cost, and it is worth it. Seeking approval keeps you chained. Being alone frees you to grow without limits. When you stop looking for a thumbs up, you start leveling up. Fear points the way. What scares you usually marks the next step you need to take. Speaking up, taking a risk, facing someone head-on, these are not warnings, they are signals. Step toward what scares you, and it starts to lose control. Courage is not about feeling safe. It is about caring more about growth than comfort. Anger can drive you if you steer it. The quiet burn of being doubted can fuel years of work. But aimless rage just wrecks your progress. Harriet Tubman turned her fury into freedom. Elon Musk took criticism and reshaped entire industries. Let your anger build something worth keeping, not just destroying what is in your way. Guilt is taught. You are told it is wrong to put yourself first until you win. Then they call you bold. The artist who shuts out the noise becomes iconic. The founder who makes the hard calls builds something lasting. Save your apologies for when you hold back, not for going all in. Real power is in how well you adjust. The stiff tree breaks in the wind. The one that bends survives. Stick to your values, but let your approach shift. The one stuck in old habits loses to the one who adapts. Hold your vision steady, but be quick to change your moves. Legacy is built by doing. Talkers argue, builders build. Waiting until it is perfect means it never happens. The best work is often rough, fast, real. The greats do not wait to be ready. They launch, they release, they move. Better to be seen and criticized than perfect and invisible. You are shaping your future with every decision. What you allow, what you fight for, what you walk past, it all shapes who you become. Most people hand that control to others. Take it back. Your life is your sculpture. The moment you stop waiting, you start creating something that lasts. This is the conversion. Turn every insult, every failure, every block in your path into drive. Let them laugh. Every laugh just feeds the flame. The more they try to scorch you, the more you glow. The world does not shift for those who ask nicely. It yields to those who will not back down. Power does not only come from big moves, it is guarded in the smallest actions. How you walk into a room, how long you pause before speaking, how steady your eyes stay when challenged. These little things shape how people respond to you. Mastery grows from daily habits, not one-time wins. A fighter sharpens their skill not in battle, but in hours of drills no one sees. Routine is the backbone of real strength. The leader who rises early, the athlete who trains through pain, the artist who works without praise, they do not wait to feel inspired. They build habits that carry them when motivation fades. Discipline is what turns goals into power. Without it, talent stays stuck as potential. Focus is how you hold control. The world wants to pull you in every direction, scrolling, arguing, reacting. Every distraction chips away at your edge. A sharp mind cuts through the noise. What you block out matters as much as what you chase. Your attention is limited. Spend it with care. Words matter more than most think. Saying "I'll try" gives doubt room to grow. Saying "I will" leaves no room for retreat. What you tell yourself each day rewires your thinking. Feed your brain weak language and it gives up. Speak with clarity and intent and it moves with purpose. The way you talk, even in your own head, lays the path you walk. Your surroundings shape you. The people near you, the content you absorb, the space you live in, these things press on your mindset every day. If you let low energy and doubt crowd your space, they will pull you down. The people who rise build strong environments around them. You cannot grow while stuck among those who shrink you. Change your space and you change your future. Small wins add up. Saying no to shortcuts, keeping your word, demanding respect day after day builds something solid. People will call it too much until they can no longer deny its results. Consistency is not flashy, but it beats talent and luck every time. Real momentum starts when you show up, even when no one cares. Being open is not the same as being exposed. A little honesty builds trust. Too much gives people ammo. Smart leaders know when to speak and when to stay quiet. You do not show your full hand before the game starts. Be real, but protect your core. Trust is earned. Info is used. If you want to stay ahead, you have to stay alert. What worked yesterday might fail tomorrow. Kodak made digital cameras, then ignored them. Blockbuster laughed at streaming. They lost because they got too comfortable. Keep your purpose, but stay ready to change your plan. Fear comfort more than competition. Your body is part of your strategy. Sleep, food, movement, they are not extras, they are tools. A tired brain cannot think clearly. A weak body gives out early. The Spartans knew weakness invites attack. If you want respect, you need to be ready, mentally and physically. Most power struggles are won or lost in silence. That glare you avoid returning, that line you do not draw, that insult you let slide, those quiet moments decides who leads. If you do not fill the silence, someone else will, with their rules. Power moves in fast when space is left open. The real work happens when no one is watching. What people see is just the final blast. What they miss is all the slow, steady pressure that made it possible. Your name will only matter after your work speaks louder than their doubt. Until then, stay low. Let them underestimate you. This is a daily fight, not against others, but against the easy version of you, the one that wants to rest when there is work to be done. You do not get crowned. You build your throne piece by piece through small, sharp choices while everyone else is asleep. The way to power is not a secret, it is just ignored. Most people hold back, waiting for the right time or someone else's approval. But the world remembers those who move, not those who wait. Your chance is not on the way, it is already here. The only question is whether you will take it or let it slip by. Being dominant is not about personality, it is about daily decisions. You choose whether to speak or stay quiet, lead or follow, build or ask. These small calls stack up. Who you are in 5 years will be shaped by what you decide to fight for today. Pick your battles, but do not stall. Legacy is built, not given. The people we honor did not stumble into greatness. They chased it down and claimed it. Your name will either be remembered long after you are gone or not at all. That depends on how much you demand from yourself, from others, from the life you are living. The world is full of followers. What it means are people who break patterns, build systems, and do not flinch. You already have the map. Train your habits, turn obstacles into fuel, and fight the quiet fight every single day. The only thing left is to follow through. All the theory in the world means nothing without action. There is no test at the end, no final grade, just results. Either you shaped your world or it shaped you. Your work will say it all. What you built, what you won, what you changed. Let your life speak so clearly that no one can doubt what you were. This is not a pep talk. It is a deadline. Time is running. Every second you spend, I'm sure, gives your edge away. No one is going to hand you the crown. It belongs to the one bold enough to take it. So stop waiting, stop softening, start making moves. It ends with one decision. Make it matter.